What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. Thanks for pressing play. Today we are at Blackout Tinting here in Gibsonia because we're about to get the ZR1 out for the first time in a year. I know, it's pathetic, a year. But there's a couple things we gotta do to it. There's a little mod we're gonna do, and honestly, I just wanna drive it. It's been so long, and I just drove Dana's car for the video you guys saw previous to this one, and it made me miss my ZR1. So let's go in and see if this car will start. First time after sitting for a year, not being on a battery tender, but it does have the anti-gravity battery. Let's see what's up.
I can see like a glow of dust. Oh my god.
So here we are, guys. We're at Blackout. It's obviously after hours, but Dana's already freaking out because the poor car is so dirty. It has been down here for a year, literally untouched by me. And it's pathetic because this poor car deserves so much better.
I'm writing my name in it.
No, you're not. I gotta get this. I gotta do better. I gotta do better. This thing is so beautiful. And if I were to turn on the lights right now, oh my god, look at that. My cars have never been this dirty. I gotta get this thing washed. I gotta get her home, get her cleaned up, and yeah. No, this is unacceptable.
Let's take it right
unacceptable.
Let's take it right over here, and we can at least hose it off and get this stuff off of here.
Yeah. All right, well, let's see if it will start. All right, guys, so she's got the anti-gravity battery in her, and I know I have it on my C8 Z06 as well as the C7 ZR1. This car has not been plugged in for a year. Let me know right now. Pause the video, go down in the comment section, and tell me, do you think this thing's going to start? Let's see what happens. All right, let's see. Will the door open?
Oh, we got lights?
Door opens, lights are on.
Nice.
Let's see if she'll start. Oof. Oh, it feels good to be.
All right. Before you do that, I'm going to say it's going to start. I could be wrong, but... purchase right there, that battery.
I never thought I'd be this excited over a battery, but Jesus, I thought for sure I was gonna have to jump through this. Guys, seriously, this is so freaking awesome. I miss this car so much, but look how dirty. I can't believe I ever let it get like this. I know I should be publicly shamed or something, but I'm so happy to be back in this car. I feel like I miss it so much. So here we go, we're pulling it out. Like I said, I got a couple things I want to do with it, and one mod we're going to talk about here in a second that's actually the sponsor of today's video. So let's get into it, which is going to be the guys over at AI Box Ultra. Now, what this is going to do is a couple different things. For the C7 Corvette, it's going to give you the ability to have wireless CarPlay and wireless Android Auto in your 2016 or up C7 Corvette. Now, this will also work in newer Corvettes as well because it does more than just give you the wireless Android Auto and CarPlay. It also allows you to stream videos and music from popular apps like YouTube, Spotify, and Netflix. You can actually watch videos on Netflix on here. So yeah, this is the sponsor of today's video. Let's go ahead and get this thing unboxed, installed, and let's watch a movie from Netflix. Why not? And here's what we need. We need a USB-C cord and the device itself, which I will just plug in and then put in the center console right here, and that should be good. And then after we hooked it up, we get this prompt, so we'll go ahead and hit continue. Now we should be able to use our projection button here in a second. There it is, CarPlay. And this is this setup. This is before I've even connected my phone to it. So right off the bat, we're getting a very Android-esque operating system appearance here, and that's pretty cool. So right off the bat, we get Google Maps, and we can go down here to YouTube, Netflix, literally watch Netflix on the C7 Corvette. So yeah, we need to connect it to a Wi-Fi network first, but let's go ahead and do that. All right, so there we go. We got a Wi-Fi network established. Let's go into YouTube. So let's see what we can find on this horsepower obsessed guy. I've heard some good things. Man, look at that. There he is. That's crazy. All right, let's watch the Z06 1-year review. Look at that. Can we open it up full screen? Yes, we can. Oh, look at that. That is insane. I'm watching YouTube on YouTube. Wow, look at the quality of that too. No lagging. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. That is too freaking much, guys. So outside of this, I can also connect it to my cell phone so I can have wireless CarPlay in a 2019 ZR1 that did not have wireless CarPlay to begin with. That is really, really incredible, guys. I like this thing a lot. So like I said, AI Box Ultra, and it has all the specs listed here on the side, which are 8 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabytes of ROM, meaning you can add 128 gigabytes of stuff to this if you want. But the fact that it's 8 gigabytes of RAM by itself means this thing is going to react nicely to your touches and everything you're doing to it. It's not going to lag. It supports the 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi band, and it also has a built-in SIM card slot if you wanted to get crazy with this thing. It also has a SD card slot, so you can add all kinds of apps and everything to it, because this is running Android right now. I haven't even connected this to my phone yet, by the way. So I can do wireless CarPlay with this just by selecting the CarPlay button and moving right past this. So really, really useful, especially if you have a C7 Corvette of any generation, because none of them came with wireless Android Auto or wireless CarPlay. This will do it, and it will also give you the functionality to watch some movies on long drives. Big thumbs up to the AI Box Ultra, guys. Check out the link in the description down below to grab one for yourself. All right, guys, there she is. Look at that. It's been a while. She's been on the channel. Oof. Man, I missed that car. I forgot how good it looked lowered. The red ZR1 badging. Wow, it's like a new car again. I totally forget what it's all about. But I will tell you, it has never, I don't think it has ever been this dirty. Look at that. Oh, God.
Let me get mine over here.
I can't wait to watch it.
No, let's get over here and let's hear the exhaust.
All right, so we got 2 AWE exhausts about to happen here. Oof. I'm still blown away. I'm blown away. This thing started up, no problem. It's unbelievable that a battery can be this exciting, but so 2 C7s in the same place at the same time, both AWE exhausts, both 6.2 liter engines. One's slightly larger supercharger, but otherwise very similar cars. Wow. Oh, God. I need a little bit more garage space so I can have this thing at my house so I don't have to go a year without seeing these things. All right, here's the ZR1. And then the C706. No, the ZR1 has a little bit more of a glurk thing going, I think. I don't know if that's coming through on video or not, but this is a little bit louder. It is really close, though. It is really close. I know when Chevy was developing the ZR1, they made the exhaust a little bit more opened up or something, so it's a little bit different than the Z06. But before we leave, guys, we did, in fact, get the CarPlay situated. So now, wireless CarPlay from my iPhone to the car. Let's do this thing. Like I said, guys, we got a lot of cleaning and a lot of parts to do, so it's getting dark here in Pennsylvania. I'm going to drive the car home. We're going to do all this stuff tomorrow. It's going to feel like an entire day to me, but it's going to feel like a couple seconds to you guys, so let's do it. Oh, check that out, guys. That's a beautiful sight. We got the C8 Z06 and the C7 ZR1, both in the horsepower obsessed compound today. It is obviously the next day. Let's get to work on some of the ZR1 stuff. It still needs washed. That's going to be the final project here. But there are a couple mods that we need to do to it, so let's jump into them. And yeah, guys, you could tell it's been a minute since I've driven the car. Just a little bit out of inspection. Again, really looking good there. Right alongside her sister. Z06, ZR1, both in the garage at the same time. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. So first step, we need to get some of those leaves cleaned out of there. That's the one drawback with having these things so opened up front. There is no scrape arm or radiator grill guards available for the ZR1, unfortunately, so we got to do that manually. So one of the very first things we're going to be doing today is we're going to be coming under the hood here and we're going to be changing the cabin air filter. So if you guys have seen the previous videos we've done here on the channel, I just recently changed the cabin air filter in my C8 Z06. I also just changed it in my Cadillac XT5, and I also changed it in the Ram TRX. I didn't show those two on camera because there's a lot of videos out there already demonstrating that. I did show the C8 Z06 and a C7 Z06. Now it's time for the C7 ZR1 to get some love. Right up under here, you can see the silver clips. We're gonna go ahead and pop those out, get the new one in. I'm not gonna show the process. If you wanna see how it's done, I'll link that video right up here. But I'm going to go ahead, pop in a new cabin air filter, and then we're on to the next thing. So the problems of not driving your car enough. I popped the hood, closed the door, left my keys in there, and if you can't tell by the flashing red light there, the car locked with the keys inside. So luckily I had a spare. I went up to my computer room where I kept my spare key and grabbed the spare, tried to unlock it, and it didn't unlock, because guess why? The battery in the remote's dead. So I replaced the battery, so there we go. Drive your cars more often, guys. I'm telling you. Or at least replace these batteries. Either way, let's move on. So I just pulled this out of the ZR1. It's been only about 2 years since I've changed this. You can see there's a fair amount of dirt in here. Some leaves, some dirt in the pleats here. Definitely. And then this thing, big piece of leaf. Yeah, change your cabin air filters, guys. Check out the link in the description down below if you need the one for a C7. I'll leave the C7 and the C8 cabin air filter link down there because, yeah, you should be changing these things more often than you think. All right, cabin air filter is done. So we're going to move on to the next thing, which is in the back here. The driver's side or passenger side rear rock guard got some damage on it. I'm going to see if I can film this for you here. There's a scratch right there. Not sure how or when that happened, but ACS was nice enough to send me another one, so I'm going to go ahead and slap that on. Super easy to do. Again, I'm not going to film it because we've done this a million times. There's a 7mm screw underneath and a couple clips. I'll actually put a video right up here showing whenever I did it originally. Here it is off the car, a little closer up. You can see scratch right there. No idea how it happened, but not a big deal. Super easy to replace, so let's pop on the new one and move on. The next mod we're going to be doing with the ZR1 today is going to be titanium lug nuts, just like we did with the C8 Z06. Guys, I'm so impressed with the way the titanium handles itself with not corroding, being super lightweight, and actually having a better tensile strength than aluminum or steel even. Really cool stuff here, guys. And of course, this thing feels like it weighs nothing, but you can just see it's black, titanium. You can actually look inside here and see the rainbowing of the titanium a little bit. But ultimately, don't worry about the spoiler, by the way, guys. This is protected with Expel 10 mil. Yeah, nothing's getting through that stuff. So this is a lug nut called Magard's, or from Magard's. I have had these since 2017, I believe. I bought these originally for my C7 Z06, and these things have held up very well. You can see there's a little bit of scratching where it contacts the actual wheel itself, but no rust, no scratching otherwise. Still looks brand new. My only real reasoning for changing these out is because titanium. That's pretty much it. So lighter weight, and they're a little bit more of a truer black, whereas these ones from Magard are like a black chrome. These are going to look a little bit better on the satin black wheels because this has more of a matte finish to it as well. Actually, I'm sorry, the wheels on the ZR1 are satin graphite, so they're like a dark gray, which this kind of is too. Anyway, I'm going to weigh out the stock Magard lug nuts versus the titanium lug nuts. And of course, if you want to grab a set of these guys, I'll put a link in the description down below because we have them for the C8 Corvette on my website. They ship from Paragon. Paragon does not have these, however. So if you want a set of these, check out that link. Let's just go ahead and see what the weight difference is here. And I just measured them out, guys. There is a 1.3 pound difference using the titanium lugs versus the McGuard lugs. So 1.3 pounds, whereas the C8 Z06 actually, it was 2.5. So the lug nuts on the Z06 are actually a fair amount larger than they are on the C7, but still 1.3 is not bad considering I think these are also going to look better on there too. I believe these were around $160 or $180. Check out the link in the description if you're interested, guys, but I'm going to go ahead and swap those out now. Get a little bit more performance out of the ZR1, plus it will look a little cooler. So if you guys don't know, the titanium lug nuts or lug nuts in general kind of count towards unsprung weight. For the price, you can't beat it. Plus, never going to corrode, and you're not going to ever have any issues with these things. I've had them on the Z06 now for a little over a year, and they have been absolutely fantastic, even with the aftermarket wheels. All right, guys, here we go. This is the final product. It's not really super easy to even tell anything was done, but this is kind of the point. If you have chrome lug nuts or the lug nuts you have are chipping or rusting, titanium is the way to go. It will not chip, it will not rust. It is really, really high quality stuff. And of course, if you're looking for some performance, it's going to save you a little bit of unsprung mass, a little bit of unsprung weight, just like with the C8. If you guys are interested, I have those for sale as well. Check out the link in the description below. And we got the expert here detailing the car because she is dirty. You guys saw how dirty it was. It's the dirtiest I think it's ever been since I've owned it. She's cleaned up. There's a couple of things we're going to do to it mods wise. One of them is the splitter here needs new slip low put on. The slip low I have on there is really old, and there's been a new redesign basically. So it's a little bit thinner and it's a lot easier to install. We're going to redo that, but that is going to be a separate video because that's going to take a little bit of time. So once this car is cleaned up, I think we're done with this particular video, but there's Onyx. What does Onyx think? You like the ZR1, buddy? Yeah?
He's trying to... That cute puppy.
Bubs, are you going to say hi to the camera? Say hi to the camera. Hey, no, not me. You got to say hi to the camera. There's a good boy. Here's a good boy. Oh, what's that? Pressure washer. Scary, huh?
I thought you liked it.
Yeah, no wheel cleaner need for carbon ceramics here, guys. These don't produce a whole lot of brake dust, but for the most part, the car wasn't dirty with like road grime. It was mostly just from sitting for so long without a cover on it. It was just covered in dust. And then at some point, I guess it got wet. Oh yeah, one of the videos I was filming, it did rain a little bit. Just like a tiny little sprinkle, but it was enough to pull the dust and just look like absolute crap. So yeah, we're getting it done now though, guys. Onyx, are you going to help? The ceramic coating on this car is really making this an easy job. I'm going to have the car on the channel a lot more often now because every time I go a while without driving this, I forget how fun it is to drive. So yeah, she's going to be around. So you need skinny arms to do this, guys, but check this out. Patrick's going to do it.
Leaf no more.
Yeah, look at those. Those came out of there. Leaf free? Nice.
I think we're leaf free.
Nice. Do it right there. Look at that water. Speeding right off. Look at that. Oh, I love it. Still you gotta dry it. Bubs. Bubs, I can see you. I can see you. What are you doing? And there she is, all cleaned up, guys. Looks nice. Nice and shiny. Gotta love clean black cars, man. Nice and ceramic coated. Everything's still looking and working really well in the car. I feel bad, but like I said, the C8, the Z06 has been getting a lot of the attention on the channel, but we're going to be bringing it back. We're going to be bringing it back. Look at that shine. That is incredible. This car is possibly shinier than the C8 Z06, even though they're both black, but when it's clean, That is some shine right there. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. So actually, this spanned a couple days. We got the C7 ZR1 all cleaned up. We got a couple different mods done to it. We got the titanium lug nuts. We replaced those 2 rear mud flaps. I did both sides just because I wanted them to match. Did the titanium lug nuts. Like I said, I have some slip low coming, but the big thing is we also got the wireless CarPlay working on the inside of the car thanks to the guys at AI Box Ultra. Again, check out the description down below if you want to grab one of those. There's nothing quite like watching YouTube and Netflix on the inside of your car while you're driving. It's pretty cool. So anyway, if you liked what you saw, smash the thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't yet, and as always, guys, stay obsessed.